What's up, Netflix bingers? Are you ready to crack the algorithm? Let's be real, finding a genuinely great movie on Netflix these days can feel like a full-time job. But don't worry, I've done the heavy lifting for you. We're diving into a wild list of Netflix flicks, from some of this year's most hyped releases to essential gems you might have overlooked. So grab your remote, smash that like button, and let's jump into the 10 Netflix movies you absolutely need to see. Number 10. Night Always Comes. Kicking things off with a neo-noir thriller that became one of the most intense rides of the year. This one's directed by Benjamin Caron, known for his slick work on shows like Andor and The Crown. Set in the present day over a single, desperate 24-hour period, the story follows Lynette, played by the incredible Vanessa Kirby. She has one night to raise enough money to save her family home before it's lost forever. The film explores themes of desperation, family loyalty, and the dark side of the American dream. Her journey forces her into the city's dangerous criminal underworld, where every choice pushes her deeper into a moral abyss. Alongside Kirby, Jennifer Jason Leigh co-stars in a pivotal role. Visually, it's a gritty, rain-slicked urban nightmare, with cinematography that traps you in Lynette's claustrophobic race against time. Upon its release earlier this year, it immediately drew praise for its high-stakes plot and powerhouse performances. If you love nail-biting, character-driven thrillers like Uncut Gems or Good Time, then Night Always Comes is a must-see. Both those films masterfully create anxiety with a ticking clock narrative, and this one absolutely delivers that same breathless tension. Number 9. Tarot. Next up is a supernatural horror flick that serves as a brutal reminder to never, ever mess with cursed objects. Directed by Spencer Cohen and Anna Hallberg, this film takes a familiar concept and cranks up the dread. The plot kicks off when a group of college friends break a sacred rule of tarot readings, using someone else's deck. In doing so, they unwittingly unleash a malevolent entity trapped within the cards. One by one, they are forced to confront the grim fate foretold in their readings. The film is a relentless ride through classic horror themes of fate and inescapable doom. Starring Harriet Slater and Jacob Batalon, the young cast convincingly sells the mounting terror. The film was shot in Serbia, using old-world locations to create a genuinely gothic and unsettling atmosphere. What really stands out are the creature designs, which bring the frightening figures from the tarot deck to life with terrifying practical and special effects. It was a box office sleeper hit, proving audiences are always ready for a well-executed scare. If you're a fan of supernatural consequence horror like The Conjuring or the recent hit Talk to Me, then Tarot is right up your alley. It shares that you played a forbidden game, now face the deadly price, structure that makes for perfect popcorn horror. Number 8. Wall to Wall. Here we have a psychological K-thriller that's about to ruin the peace and quiet of your next apartment hunt. Released just this year, it's a brilliant mix of drama, dark comedy, and pure tension. Directed by Kim Ta-jun, Wall to Wall is a tense, slow burn that critics are comparing to Bong Joon-ho's masterpiece Parasite for its blend of sharp social commentary and nail-biting suspense. The story follows Woo Sung, played by the amazing Kang Ha-neul, who sinks his entire life savings into his dream apartment in Seoul. But his dream quickly turns into a nightmare when strange, constant noises from the unit above start driving him to the edge. What begins as a relatable urban problem spirals into a dark obsession, uncovering secrets, surveillance, and a conspiracy that's way bigger than just a noisy neighbor. Shot almost entirely inside the apartment complex, the film uses tight, claustrophobic frames and masterful sound design to make you feel just as trapped and paranoid as the main character. While it landed a 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, critics universally praised Kang Ha-neul's incredible performance as a man slowly unraveling. If you love the smart, class-conscious tension of Parasite or the claustrophobic nightmare of The Platform, then Wall to Wall is a must-watch. It's a clever thriller that proves thin walls can create the thickest psychological tension. Number 7. Troll. This is a Norwegian monster action fantasy that became a global sensation on Netflix. Directed by Roar Uthaug, the man behind Tomb Raider, this film brings Scandinavian folklore to life on an epic scale. Set in modern-day Norway, the story begins when an ancient, gigantic troll is awakened from a 1,000-year slumber by construction work in the mountains. As the creature begins a destructive path toward the capital city of Oslo, a brave paleontologist must team up with the government to stop it. The film is a thrilling blend of disaster movie spectacle and rich mythology. Shot on location across Norway, the film's visuals are breathtaking, showcasing the country's stunning landscapes before the massive, impressively rendered CGI troll stomps through them. What makes it special is its heart. It's not just about destruction, but about humanity's relationship with nature and myth. Commercially, it was a smash hit for Netflix, becoming one of its most watched non-English films ever. If you love massive-scale monster movies like Godzilla 2014 or Kong Skull Island, you'll love Troll. It delivers that same sense of awe and epic destruction, but with a unique mythological twist that feels totally fresh. Number 6. Pain Hustlers. Here we have a sharp, stylish crime drama with a dark comedy edge, directed by Harry Potter veteran David Yates. It's based on a shocking true story. Emily Blunt stars as Liza Drake, a struggling single mom who lands a job at a failing pharmaceutical startup. Her drive and ambition soon catapult the company and a new opioid painkiller to massive success. But she quickly finds herself at the center of a dangerous criminal conspiracy. The film is a gripping look at the American dream turned nightmare, exploring themes of greed, ethics, and the human cost of the opioid crisis. Chris Evans is fantastic as the sleazy company co-founder. The film, shot in Atlanta and Miami, has a fast-paced, energetic style, using quick cuts and a killer soundtrack to pull you into its world of excess and corruption. While it received mixed reviews, the performances from Blunt and Evans were widely praised. If you enjoy true story takedowns of corporate greed like The Wolf of Wall Street or The Big Short, then Pain Hustlers is a must-watch. It has that same fast-paced, can you believe this actually happened vibe. Number 5. The Thursday Murder Club. Get ready for a delightful, cozy mystery comedy with a cast that is frankly legendary. This one's brought to you by Chris Columbus, the legendary director behind family classics like Home Alone and the first 2 Harry Potter films. Based on the massively popular best-selling book series by Richard Osman. Set in a peaceful luxury retirement village in England, the story follows 4 sharp-witted friends, played by Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, and Ben Kingsley, who meet every Thursday to investigate unsolved murders. But when a real murder happens on their doorstep, they find themselves in the middle of their first live case. The film is a perfect blend of classic Agatha Christie-style mystery and heartwarming British humor. This film marks the start of a potential major franchise for Netflix. Given the success of the books, expectations are sky high. It's a story about friendship, proving that you're never too old for adventure. If you're a fan of clever, star-studded whodunits like Knives Out or the series Only Murders in the Building, then the Thursday Murder Club is tailor-made for you. It shares that same perfect balance of witty humor and a genuinely compelling mystery. Number 4. The Ice Road Vengeance. Liam Neeson is back, and this time it's personal. This is a pure no-frills action thriller and a sequel to the 2021 Netflix hit. In this installment of the Ice Road franchise, Liam Neeson returns as expert ice trucker Mike McCann. Honoring his late brother's last wish, he travels to Nepal to scatter his ashes on Mount Everest. But when he and his mountain guide encounter a group of deadly mercenaries during their trek, Mike must use his survival skills to save them all. Shot on location, the film will feature the stunning high-altitude landscapes of the Himalayas as a backdrop for intense, bone-crunching action. This is Neeson in his element, continuing the successful formula of an ordinary man with a particular set of skills fighting against impossible odds. If you're a fan of Liam Neeson's action era, especially films like the Taken series or the first The Ice Road, this sequel is guaranteed to deliver the adrenaline rush you're looking for. It's all about high-stakes survival and righteous vengeance. Number 3. The Power of the Dog. This isn't just a movie, it's a cinematic masterpiece. A psychological Western drama written and directed by the legendary Jane Campion. Set in 1925 Montana, the film stars Benedict Cumberbatch in an Oscar-nominated performance as Phil Burbank, a charismatic but cruel rancher. When his gentle brother brings home a new wife and her sensitive son, Phil unleashes a campaign of psychological terror against them. The film is a slow-burn, layered exploration of toxic masculinity, repressed desire, and quiet revenge. Co-starring Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons, the entire cast is phenomenal. Shot in the vast, windswept landscapes of New Zealand, the cinematography is absolutely breathtaking. The film was a critical darling, earning 12 Oscar nominations and winning Best Director for Campion. It's a masterclass in tension, where the most dangerous threats are the ones left unsaid. If you appreciate deep, slow-burn character studies like There Will Be Blood or the tense atmosphere of No Country for Old Men, then The Power of the Dog is essential viewing. It's a powerful, haunting film that will stay with you long after it's over. Number 2. The Gray Man. This is a massive, globe-trotting action spy thriller from the Russo brothers, the directors behind Avengers Endgame. Ryan Gosling stars as Sierra 6, a top-secret CIA operative known as the Gray Man. When he uncovers dark agency secrets, he becomes the primary target. A sociopathic former colleague, played with unhinged glee by Chris Evans, is sent to hunt him down, triggering a relentless manhunt across the globe. Also starring Ana de Armas, this film boasts one of the largest budgets in Netflix history, and it shows in every frame. From a spectacular tram fight in Prague to explosive shootouts across Europe, the action is non-stop and brilliantly coordinated. While critics were divided, audiences loved the spectacle, making it one of Netflix's most-watched movies. This film officially kicks off a new spy franchise with a sequel and spin-offs already in development. If you love high-octane spy thrillers like the Jason Bourne series or the Mission Impossible films, The Gray Man delivers that same explosive blockbuster entertainment. Number 1. The Old Guard. And at number 1, we have a brilliant superhero action fantasy with a truly fresh concept. Directed by Gina Prince-Bythewood and based on the acclaimed comic book. Charlize Theron is flawless as Andy, the leader of a covert team of immortal mercenaries who have fought to protect humanity for centuries. But when their extraordinary abilities are suddenly exposed and a new immortal is discovered, they must fight to protect their freedom and their existence. This film is a perfect blend of visceral action, historical depth, and human drama. The fight choreography is inventive and brutal, and Theron shines as a powerful, world-weary warrior. The film explores fascinating themes of immortality, found family, and the burden of living forever. It was a massive hit for Netflix, praised for its action and emotional core. A sequel is on the way, promising to expand this exciting new cinematic universe. If you love action films with strong storytelling and deep characters like Logan or John Wick, then The Old Guard is a must-see. It's smart, thrilling, and a fantastic start to a promising new franchise. All right, that's a wrap on our deep dive into Netflix. Which one are you watching first? Or is there a must-see gem that I missed? Drop your favorite Netflix flick in the comments. I read them all. If you loved this breakdown, hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss the next one. And hey, don't stop now. Click one of these vids on the screen and keep the movie marathon going. See you next time. Stay awesome.